The severe snowfall preceding the Chinese New Year has led to widespread building collapses in several areas of Hunan and Hubei provinces. A video circulated online revealed the roof collapse of a 4S dealership in Changde, Hunan, causing potential losses of millions. On January 5, the video showcased the aftermath, with the netizen describing the situation as the Dongfeng Fengxing 4S dealership completely collapsing, including its doors and the new Mazda cars inside, estimated to be uninsured. The footage displayed numerous white Mazda vehicles buried beneath the fallen structure. Netizens expressed skepticism about the thickness of the snow, with comments like looking at the snow on the ground, it doesn't seem too thick, and questioning the responsibility for the snow and construction quality, stating snow is the sole standard to test the truth and whose responsibility is it, regarding the snow and engineering quality? In recent days, multiple incidents of building collapses due to heavy snowfall have been reported, resulting in casualties and injuries. On February 5, the roof of the Xi'an People's Road Wholesale Market in Hunan collapsed, trapping and causing harm to individuals within an area of approximately 1,000 square meters. On February 4, a canteen at Yangtze University in Hubei collapsed, as depicted in circulating images. The building, labeled Yangtze University West Campus 3rd Canteen, suffered roof collapse, with the sidewall leaning inward and some parts completely fractured. Another video shared by netizens on February 4 reported large sections of the roofs collapsing in the Chufeng Market in Huanqing Road, Jingzhou City, and the Agricultural Trade Market in Buha Town. In the latter, several individuals were buried under the debris. On the night of February 4 at 11:20, the Qianjiang City Government Information Office reported that the Agricultural Trade Market in Laoxing Town, Qianjiang City, collapsed under heavy snow, resulting in 2 people being trapped. Unfortunately, 1 person succumbed to the incident and another sustained injuries. On February 3, in Zhangjiji, Yongding District, Hunan, the roof of a tea house within the 72 Strange Towers collapsed due to a snow and freezing rainstorm. This incident caused injuries to 22 people, with 5 hospitalized, 1 in critical condition, and the remaining 17 under observation. In addition, on February 3, the roof of the sports hall in the Lanhui Sports Park in Yanshan New District, Xi'an, Hunan, also collapsed, buried under the snow. The China Meteorological Administration issued a blue warning for snowstorms and a yellow warning for freezing on February 5, predicting heavy to severe snowfall in parts of Chongqing, Guizhou, southern Hubei, southern Anhui, northern Hunan, northern Jiangxi, and northwestern Zhejiang from February 5 to 7. Accumulated snowfall in these areas is expected to range from 5 to 18 millimeters, with some locations exceeding 20 millimeters. The additional snow depth is estimated to be 5 to 10 centimeters, with some areas receiving more than 15 centimeters. In the dead of night, a structure in Shanghai's Pudong New area crumbled, triggering reports of multiple casualties and the thoroughfare barricaded by fire trucks. The official stance from the Chinese Communist Party touted successful rescue efforts, asserting no individuals were trapped. However, critical details on injuries and fatalities were conspicuously absent from their disclosure. Videos circulating on the internet depicted a building undergoing a partial collapse, resulting in a substantial void between neighboring edifices. Locals hinted at the incident unfolding on Sanlin Road, situated to the northeast of the Sanlin Financial Innovation Space Building at 452 Sanlin Road. The official narrative, emphasizing a partial collapse and no personnel trapped, conceals the true extent of injuries and fatalities. Against the backdrop of various calamities in mainland China, the official communications' lack of transparency becomes increasingly pronounced as the Lunar New Year looms on the horizon. Voices of the unpaid, workers' struggles against CCP. China has seen a spike in protests in recent weeks, which has made the CCP uneasy. Workers and laborers who have been unpaid for several months are among the protesters, actively voicing their demands. People who have unfairly lost their houses, lands, and bank accounts are just a few examples of the increasing number of victims of the CCP's reign. People being pushed to their limits was the main cause of these protests. Long stretches of time without pay were experienced by both workers and those in poor financial difficulties, making it difficult to pay for necessities. They were forced to rise up against injustices and claim their rights after being pushed to the brink. In the early hours of the 4th, dozens of elderly sanitation workers stood in the snowy landscape, shouting the name of a specific leader and demanding the release of their salaries. The scene, documented in a viral video, showcased their resilience despite the harsh weather. Clad in thick winter jackets, orange sanitation uniforms, and hats, the workers faced a significant police presence forming a barrier outside the finance bureau. This compelled them to voice their grievances from the outside, unable to enter the building. This incident triggered widespread public outrage, with netizens condemning the unethical withholding of salaries from sanitation workers. Comments expressed disbelief at the heartlessness of delaying their wages, particularly during the Lunar New Year. Under the mounting public outcry, the Xi'an County Urban Management Bureau responded on February 5, acknowledging that the wage-seeking sanitation workers were employed by the Rural Dust Removal and Environmental Protection Technology Company. This company, entrusted with rural garbage removal and sanitation work in the county since January 1, 2023, had received an advance payment for workers' wages during this period. Skepticism lingered among netizens, questioning why salaries were withheld in the first place and whether corrective actions were only prompted by online exposure. Concerns were raised about potential consequences and whether the sanitation workers eventually received their rightfully earned wages. The plight of these unsung heroes in urban and rural beautification underscored the need for serious accountability. 200 million out of work, unemployment looms for China's graduating youth. In August 2023, the Chinese National Bureau of Statistics announced that it would no longer release data on the youth unemployment rate in China. Prior to this, the youth unemployment rate in China had been high, at around 25%. However, according to a professor from Peking University, the actual youth unemployment rate in China might be around 40%. Many indicators suggest that the current employment situation for Chinese youth is far from optimistic. Traditionally, for every 5% increase in China's gross domestic product, GDP, around 10 million job opportunities are created. However, post-pandemic, China's GDP has not rebounded as rapidly as expected, signaling a slowdown in economic growth. Consequently, job opportunities have remained stagnant, with no significant growth. Each year, approximately 20 million undergraduate students graduate in China, with half opting to pursue further education and the other half seeking employment. This results in millions of graduates facing unemployment upon graduation. To cope with the pressure of finding a job and to avoid worrying their families, many individuals resort to pretending to work. They leave home in the morning, pretending to go to work, but spend their time in libraries, coffee shops, or other places, searching for job opportunities online or sending out resumes. They return home around 6 p.m., creating the illusion of having been at work all day.